Do you hesitate to get started in AI because you're not technical or you don't really understand it? I want to help you shatter this imposter syndrome and take the first step in mastering AI so that you can see the growth in your business and your personal life. What's good? I'm Rob Cressy, and AI is new. It's hot. It's shiny. But for a lot of people, because of that, it can be overwhelming. It can feel like stranger danger, or it's something that is foreign to you, so it causes fear or judgment or self-limiting beliefs. There's a lot of opportunities for built-in excuses or not enoughness. And this is true especially for people who are high performers, coaches, leaders, entrepreneurs, executives. And what I want to do is help share some perspectives that can help you along on your journey for leveraging AI, especially if this is new, you're not technical, and you have no idea what you're doing. And the inspiration behind this is I got some feedback yesterday from one of the members of Unlimited who joined for her second call. And the very first call was one that we do around AI and innovation. And she had some hesitancy at first in terms of joining. And I want to share some of the language that she used and then share with you 3 different ways that we can leverage this to get started in AI or quite frankly, anything in your business or an area that you want to grow. So what she said was when I asked for her feedback of like, hey, how was your first call with Unlimited? What'd you think? And she said, I'm new to AI. I found it overwhelming because on the tech side of this, it was sort of like, whoa, this is way above my pay grade. There's a lot of information, and she just didn't know. She didn't see herself as a technical person, which a lot of people feel. Side note, this has nothing to do with being technical. You need no technical experience whatsoever. And this created sort of an inferiority complex where she didn't feel being clever enough. Didn't know if she understood this the way that she would like to because she does in all other areas of her life. And she really began to question herself with this. And of course, she is world-class at what she does. And she also said, and all of that is on me. I joined the call and I was inspired and it got me to think in different ways. So I want to sort of peel this onion back because it was a great use case of what a lot of people are probably feeling and experiencing right now with AI and ChatGPT. And I'm going to help you take that first step. And I'm going to break this down 3 different ways. Number 1, imposter syndrome in the context of AI. Number 2, embracing discomfort and seeking out the right rooms. Your ability to say, hey, I know the least amount in this room, and that's a good thing. And then number 3, what are the benefits of why in the world do you want to leverage and learn AI and ChatGPT? So let's start with the first one, imposter syndrome in the context of AI. And I talked a little bit about it briefly at the top there, but a lot of it becomes, we're so good in so many areas of our life. And with AI being new, you might have legitimate reasons why you have not yet invested the time or the attention to integrating this into your business. But there does come a time in which you're like, you know what? I am interested in doing this, but what's holding you back? And most often, we are the ones holding ourselves back. Oh, you know what, Rob? I just don't have the time right now. I've got so much going on. I'm so busy right now. And a lot of that is just fear masquerading itself as an excuse, because the reality is those who do not learn and integrate this will be further behind than those who do. So this is an opportunity, not an obligation. And that is a key in all of this. Because remember, 1.5 years, almost 2 years ago, I started at 0 as well. So the key is understanding that when you learn, we all start at 0. The same with growing an audience or following on any platform. We all start at 0. So there is no judgment in terms of how dare you be at the beginning and I've been doing this for 1.5 years. No, that does not exist there. And another area around this can be for people who are new to AI and have started learning it and started using it. They can feel imposter syndrome around their ability to teach it and share their thoughts with others or see themselves as an expert at this. And I hear this all the time. I've heard this for a year and a half in the group programs that we've done. So we've coached, I think at last I've done 75 1-hour group coaching calls for entrepreneurs on integrating ChatGPT and AI into their business. And one of the things I always try and share with them is, you guys might not feel like it right now, but you know more about this than 99.99% of the people in the world, because you're investing at least 1 hour every single week to learn, experiment, grow, and get better. So while you may think that you're right here at the beginning, trust me, the majority of the people have done nothing. And for me, formulaic, it's like, how in the world do you become an AI expert? It's simple. Get in the reps, start learning, start doing, start sharing. There is no criteria that says, oh, you did this amount, so now you can start to talk about it. No, literally, the second that I started learning ChatGPT, I started sharing what I was learning in real time. So there is no barrier between what makes someone a thought leader or not, other than you shipping the work out there with the world to help other people. In another area where imposter syndrome really pops their head in the world of AI is so many of these people that are high performers and executives are great in so many areas. But guess what? Now you're back down at the bottom. You're at zero. And a lot of people do not like the feeling of zero. And one of the quotes that I love is, comfortable is always comfortable. That's why people stay there. It's like, you know what? I'd rather not get off the couch and work out because it feels good to sit on the couch and not work out. Well, guess what? The same is true with AI and learning ChatGPT, that we all have to see that in growth is discomfort. It's why there's so many mantras I live by. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Prepare for what's difficult when it's easy. And I learned so many different ways going through 75 Hard and the Live Hard program. Our ability to see growth and discomfort as an opportunity, not as an obstacle or something that's going to limit us. And one of the perspectives that immediately became a superpower for me in learning AI, and maybe it can help you as well, is seeing this as a new world to play in. And the word is play in here. Don't see AI as an obligation of, oh my God, I've got to go do this, like you're shoveling a bunch of rocks or something. No, I sat there and within the first minute of using ChatGPT, I look around and I'm like, I feel like I just used the internet for the first time. I am all in. I see what the next decade of the world is going to look like. So there was no imposter syndrome on me not being enough. I'm like, wait, guys, this thing's free. You're telling me, a master creator, I'm going to get access to this? This is like, poof, magic. I was like, let's go. It's on. And because of this, you take on the mindset of someone who's an explorer, who's an adventurer. So you wouldn't just go climb up a mountain and go, oh, I'm not going there. It's scary. It's new. You'd be like, no, let's go up that mountain and see what we can find, because you never know what that view is going to look like, who we're going to meet, what we're going to do. And the same mindset can be true with taking those first steps in AI, because a lot of people, they don't want to look stupid. Maybe it's your own ego. Maybe you don't want to look stupid for those people around you. Maybe it's the company you work with or your peers. We sit there and we're trying to keep up with the Joneses. Maybe they're talking about AI, you're seeing it on social media. Maybe you laugh, maybe you just listen and you're like, oh man, I really want to get into that, but I don't know what to do. Let's just throw all of that in the trash, because you're a high performer and it's inside of you there. What we do is we grow, we learn, we get better. So now that you hear this, let's throw that imposter syndrome in the trash, because ultimately what you are learning is a skill. You wouldn't judge yourself for learning guitar and playing Mary Had a Little Lamb and be like, oh my God, I hope nobody sees me doing this. No, it's part of the journey. Embrace that. Share it, because it's way better than being at zero. And this goes to number 2, embracing discomfort and seeking out the right room. So we had maybe 13 people on the AI and innovation call, all having a discussion around ways to leverage AI in our business, in our personal life for growth. And it's something that's a space that is creative, it's innovative. We both have Q&A where you can ask questions of things that's on your mind. we can share insights. We'll share our screens and open up our ChatGPTs and sort of break line by line how we're architecting these things, ways to think about it, ways to organize all of this. And being someone that's new to that room, I can definitely empathize with the feeling of going there and being at zero, of being like, I've never even been to the ChatGPT website. I've heard of it, and I don't even know what to do. And then hearing and seeing people sharing their screens and the way that they're talking, you're like, whoa, this is like speaking hieroglyphics. I don't know what in the world to think. Man, I know this feeling so acutely because as an entrepreneur, imposter syndrome is one of those things that you go on multiple journeys of throughout your life. And I don't know if it actually ever leaves you. Of course, we understand the perspective of it, but there's always new levels. And I think back to, I'm living in Chicago and I'm at an entrepreneurship event that is being thrown by Jeffrey Hazlett. For anyone who knows Jeffrey Hazlett, an amazing guy. He's so kind. He's so wise. And I don't even remember the name of the organization group that he runs there. But I was at the event in Chicago and I looked around at the people that were there and I was like, holy smokes. And in my mind, I was like, I am definitely the lowest person on this totem pole right now. Just the people are doing prolific things and you get very small inside where you're like, you feel like you're surrounded by people who are doing things and know things more than you. And oh my God, what if they find out and ask me what I'm doing? And they're sitting there and they're building a rocket ship to the moon or something. And I even brought this up to Jeffrey at the time. And his perspective really helped me because he was the guy at the top of the food chain. He's done amazing things with the best people and companies in the world. And he's like, Rob, you're in the right room. And he's like, you don't need to be the smartest person in the room. And we've heard this so many times, but we don't always live it, even if we know it. That's why, side note, one of the self-auditing frameworks that I created for myself is know, believe, live. So KNOW, what do I know to be true? What do I believe to be true? And what am I living? So when it comes to put yourself in the room where you're the dumbest person, do I know that to be true? Yes. Do I believe that to be true? 100%. Am I living it? And you're like, I don't like this idea. This feels uncomfortable. So I get it. It was all the time. But that's where growth comes. This is how we shatter our belief ceilings of what's possible by embracing that discomfort. Just like working out, when you feel that hurt, when you feel that pain, that's a good thing. That's how you know you got in a good workout. And the same is true for AI. And I will actually say this. You can create quantum leaps in your business and life by being in the right AI rooms because you go from 0 to turbo in about 2 seconds. Give me 1 hour of your time. And I've done this all the time. People have signed up for just a 1 hour ChatGPT coaching session with me. And it's like, boom, just explode their mind of possibilities. And then they're off to the races. So literally the only thing stopping you from going from 0 to beyond prolific is a 1 hour conversation. And once you understand that, you're like, can I be in the room where there's a lot more of these? Because think about this. The majority of people, even the best in the world, they're investing 0 time into learning this. Therefore, your ability to say, I'm using this every day for 10 minutes, every day, all the time. I'm in a conversation once every other week about this, you name it. Continuous learning in AI is going to become a superpower because it already is. Because I don't have to sit here and convince you that this is for you because I'm just going to keep using it. And so is all my clients and community members and everybody who are leveraging this. And that's the key is once you understand this, you would say, it's a good thing that I feel uncomfortable because that means I'm in the right room. And the trigger of discomfort equals good, that's something you get more comfortable being uncomfortable the more times that you do it. So my encouragement for you, seek out that room. If you're someone who wants to be in the right conversations around AI, I encourage you to join us, creatingunlimited.com. It's the best community in the world for AI and self-development. It is. And the last part here is around the benefits of embracing AI for personal and professional growth. And the benefits are literally unlimited. It's unbelievable that this is real. And one thing that's super important for understanding and taking your first step of, oh my God, I'm so far behind. No, this is literally just the beginning right now. So I'm looking at this from a decade time horizon. So right now, from where I started, I am about a year and a half and change into my 10-year journey. So for you, let's get that started right away, because if you're looking for the next 10 years, all right, there's a lot of learning that's going to be happening. So let's get that clock and that learning started for yourself and for your team. And one of the things that absolutely blows my mind, like I can't comprehend that this is actually a real thing, that more companies are not teaching their employees at minimum how to use ChatGPT. So in the world of entrepreneurship or being a coach, many of us have virtual assistants. It blows my mind that every virtual assistant company isn't training all of their team members on ChatGPT, or everybody who hires a VA doesn't train them on ChatGPT and AI. Why? Because it infinitely makes them more powerful than everybody else that's out there. And the barrier to entry for this is like virtually nothing. Watch a few videos and start using it. The challenge is, and this is both for big companies as well as just individuals, is there's not a champion, an internal champion for many of these companies. So the reason why most VAs don't know ChatGPT is because the owner of the company doesn't know ChatGPT. That's a hole in the boat. But I sit here and I'm like, every single person who is on my team, part of my community, or as a client that I work with, you get every single resource for AI and ChatGPT that I'm working with, because I feel obligated to share this with them, because it is literally the level up of the century. And we can keep beating this drum being like, this thing's going to change the world. Just use it on a daily basis and you will see the ways to do that. But Rob, I don't know what I don't know. I've never done that before. Boom, let's get into the right room. Or read your first post, watch your first video, listen to your first podcast, start investing in that growth journey. Because from strategy to execution to how do I get more leads? How do I get more clients? What is my pricing structure? How do I build a content calendar? I just watched a movie and I like this idea. Can you help me build out this world? Can I create a lead magnet? Can I build my own community? You name it. There is unlimited amounts of things that it can do. You want to look for a brand new car. You want to grill a steak. You want to understand what kind of dinosaur this is for your toddler. It's like unlimited possibilities. So my encouragement for you is to throw everything you think in the trash that is limiting you, go to zero, and see this as a new playground with infinite growth opportunities. Then get around the right people who can help you accelerate your speed of growth by saying, hey, here's some use cases that you can use. Here's some questions that you can ask. And here's some ways that you can prompt this to get better. And just slowly but surely just get better, better, better. And one of the things I always say is impress yourself. Do something you've never done before. And if you're listening or watching to this right now, you're someone who's about that life of being great, doing awesome things where you're like, whoa, unlimited possibilities, sign me up for that. So you can take this for your business. You can take this for your personal life. You can put both of those things together. That's what I'm doing. That's what everybody I know around me is doing. So those are my tips. I'm going to share this both with you right now, as well as everybody in my community or who wants to be in the community, because I know this is a problem for so many people because I just heard it. And if I hear it from one person who just joined the community, then this is likely a feeling that a lot of people have who are sitting on the sidelines right now being like, I know AI is a thing. I know ChatGPT is a thing. I don't know about it. I'm not technical. I don't want to look stupid. I also don't want to waste my time. Cool. Let's just commit to playing in this world, growing and getting better. And I would love to hear from you. What's your relationship with imposter syndrome, especially as it relates to the world of AI? Is it something where you jumped right in and you're like, boom, I'm loving this thing? Or is there some fear, judgment, uncertainty? I'm here to help you on your journey. You can hit me up on all social media platforms at Rob Cressy. And once again, if you enjoyed this conversation, we would love to have you join our community, help you grow in the world of AI and self-development. You can go to creatingunlimited.com. Sending tons of good vibes your way. Hope you have yourself an amazing rest of the day.